Hi, I'm Nicholas Manousos, a watchmaker and expert horologist based in New York City. Mechanical watches comprise a multitude of historical, technical, and cultural aspects all in one compact package. They bring me a lot of joy, and I'm happy to share some of that joy with you as part of eBay's Dialed In series.
Hi y'all, I'm Katlen.
And I'm Kat, and we're the hosts of the Tenn and podcast.
As enthusiasts in the watch hobby for several years now, we've taken our love for watches, photography, and travel and have developed it in a way that we can share along with others.
In this episode of Dialed In, we'll be exploring arguably the most popular category of modern watches, the dive watch.
With their increased resistance to water, robust case designs, and well-known durability, it would seem like dive watches were made to combat today's concrete jungle.
And while there are plenty of options to choose from, buying a watch can seem quite overwhelming whether you're a first-time buyer or have been in this hobby for some time.
When you're looking for a used or vintage watch, there are a couple of things to keep in mind, and some might feel counterintuitive. For instance, scratches, imperfections, or wear aren't necessarily a bad thing. They can give the watch a richer story, whereas something like over-polishing can actually damage the watch and decrease its value. In certain situations, used watches may actually gain in value as the years and decades go on, and there are a number of reasons why this may occur. The watch model itself may be discontinued, instantly making it much more rare, or the introduction of new technology may turn an older model into a collector's item.
Before you commit to making a purchase, we recommend that you thoroughly investigate the condition of the watch. Never shy away from asking for more photos so that you can look for things like overpolishing, water damage on the dial, which will look like dried spots on your coffee table, and how tight the bracelet looks.
Now let's join our expert watchmaker, Nicholas, and take a look at a brand well known for their unique selection of dive watches.
The instantly recognizable design of Panerai is backed up by a long watchmaking history. Panerai had its start in 1860, when Giovanni Panerai opened his first workshop in Florence. More than just a retail storefront, the Panerai workshop was also a watchmaking school. The Luminor got its start in World War II as a watch for military divers. It is a purpose-built watch designed to survive in the most extreme environments. Remarkably, the Luminor remained nearly unchanged from its World War II origins.
As Nicholas mentioned, the Luminor was a watch specifically designed for the military and is based on simplicity. Yet despite its minimalistic composition, the Luminor has become a cult icon in recent years. One glance down at the dial of the watch and you can see where the lines of simplicity and design cross.
And with its distinctively styled Arabic numerals and large hour indices, Panerai has constructed a dial that has remained virtually unchanged over the years, adding to the timeless design that so many people adore from the brand. But that's not where it stops. In keeping true to their military roots, Panerai has produced one of the most well-known dials in regards to its visibility in low-light situations. Nicholas, could you explain to us a bit more about the luminescence on the Luminor?
Absolutely. In 1916, Panerai filed a patent for a luminous powder they called radiomir, made from the radioactive element radium. The powder was first used for gun sights, but eventually made its way to wristwatches just before the start of World War II, when Panerai was asked by the Royal Italian Navy to produce specialized diving watches. The Luminescent Dials helped the Frogman commandos in reading the time while submerged with low-light conditions. The dials consist of two layers, giving them a very three-dimensional appearance. The lower layer holds the luminescent material, while the top layer masks out everything except the numerals and hour markers. In 1949, when the radioactive properties of radium were more well understood, Panerai introduced a new, safer luminescent powder that they called Luminor. Finally, in 1950, this new luminescent powder was used in an improved case design, hence the name Panerai Luminor 1950.
And adding to the Luminor's reputation for durability, the brand has created an iconic cushion-shaped case design that has stood the test of time and helps contribute to its worldwide notoriety. Firstly, Panerai does not shy from size in the least. In fact, their watches were originally fitted with pocket watch movements, which required a larger and thicker case size.
On paper, looking at the 44mm case dimension, it's easy to make assumptions on how it would fit, but you would be wrong. By utilizing a cushion-shaped case and combining shorter integrated lugs, the Luminor has an incredible ability to wear comfortably on any wrist.
And that intelligent design links directly to the crown guard. Water is the enemy for any dive watch, and the crown is the most likely way that water could enter the watch. The Panerai Luminor's crown guard applies extra pressure to the crown, effectively sealing it against any possible water intrusion. It also protects the crown from being knocked. An accidental knock on the crown could bend it if it wasn't protected. Other dive watches use screw-down crowns for the same reason, but the Panerai Luminor crown guard has a distinct advantage of being very visible. It would be hard for any diver to miss locking down the crown guard as opposed to a screw-down crown, which could be overlooked. Do either of you consider going to watchmaking school in the future?
I like the idea of it, but I just don't know that I can focus on such little details all the time.
You can do it. After a while, it turns into a type of meditation.
I think we have different ideas of meditation. The Luminor 1950 comes with a power reserve indicator, displaying how much power is left within the mainspring so that you know exactly when you need to get the in-house movement powered up again.
There are currently thousands of Panerai listings available on eBay. So whether you're spending time on the beach or sitting in the boardroom, eBay can help you find the perfect Luminor that's designed for your lifestyle.
And that's it for today's episode of Dialed In. I'm Nicholas Manousos, and I'd like to thank Kat and Katlen, the hosts of the 10 and 2 podcast, for joining me today.
And thank you, Nicholas, for having us join you.
Be sure to check out our other episodes of Dialed In on eBay's YouTube channel.